All right. In this video, I'm going to give you some of the ugly realities of getting a job in Dubai, UAE. Now, if you're looking for motivational, inspirational, yes, you can achieve anything, you can do anything, believe in yourself. If you want a pep talk and that will make you believe you can land on the moon and, you know, impossible is nothing, then this video is not meant for you. Because in this video, I'll give you some of the harsh truths. Like I said, no, the ugly realities. So it's not to discourage you, it's not to make you feel bad, hurt, depressed, but it is to mentally prepare you for what lies ahead and for you to know the truth. Because remember this much, even though I offer resume rebranding, interview coaching, getting a job anyway in terms of the strategy, I don't like misleading people. I don't like giving them false promises. I do not like giving bullshit. All right. So that is why, if you actually look at the number of views or engagement on these videos that I make, like these, they are very less. They are not like more. I even sometimes would be surprised if it goes beyond maybe 300 views or 500 views. But on the other hand, if you check other influencers, like YouTube influencers, I'm not going to name any. I'm not going to shame them. I understand what they're doing. But they're like a very pretty face, good looking girl, young woman, nicely done hair, a very beautiful background, a sofa or a nice studio. And, they're smiley and they're very positive and they'll say, you want to get a job in Dubai? Yes, this is the right opportunity. And they'll give you the most ridiculous, generic advice ever given, which does not work. Go to LinkedIn, go to these job sites, these web portals, register with them. Don't send people an amazing cover letter, send a world-class resume, send people emails and dress for success and show confidence and blah, 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 they'll give in. And then the bullshit claims, I have helped so many people get jobs. Last month itself, 50 or and you can get a free CV through this site. And the problem is, okay, on one side, if you look at it, to my surprise, really, like some of them have 30,000 views, 100,000 views, even 500,000 views. And the comments are like, oh, you're so amazing. You inspire me. Thank you so much. But here's the thing. Here's the reality. I lived in Dubai for 40 years. I told you, you must have seen so many times. I don't know if I repeated it here again. I lived in Dubai 40 years. My parents were there from 1980. My friends are still there in Dubai, UAE. I have contacts, connections who are still struggling, like it's literally on the ground. It's, what you read in the media, in the newspaper, versus what you hear from these YouTube influencers who are happy, and you can get a great job in Dubai and big money. Yes, but it's not the way they say it, man. And people get misled. Look, it's not that there are no good jobs in Dubai. There are plenty of good jobs in Dubai. Very good jobs. Compared to India, yes, they pay, some of them pay 3x, 5x. Even I have personally worked with people who got 10x their salaries. But it's not that easy. Getting a job in Dubai is not as easy as these YouTubers, influencers, and people make it sound. Like, I'll give you a simple thing. The LinkedIn, no? The LinkedIn itself, just put it on LinkedIn. Man, I would be surprised if any one of you can tell me in the comment section below that you got a job. You actually got a job through LinkedIn. Okay. It is the biggest load of BS, absolute bullshit. Some people say, oh, you can go to Facebook groups and network with other people. Boss, decision makers are not sitting in Facebook groups to network with you. People on LinkedIn are not there as, I'm Mother Teresa, come to me, the weary souls who don't have any job, I will give you jobs. Or Jesus Christ saying that, if you're poor, blessed are the poor, blessed are the suffering, I'll give you hope. My dear, LinkedIn has become like it's become a corporate version of Facebook. Everyone's measuring how big their sausage is, and words of wisdom. Oh, I got locked in my toilet and are suffering constipation. Here are the 7 lessons I learned when getting constipated. There are some people who, oh, I wanted to buy a donut, and the donut was sold out. Here are the what we say. Here are the 4 realities of life that I found out from not having a donut. Yeah. And it is nothing but people showing off, kissing each other's ass, and almost everyone who's on LinkedIn is there for their own agenda. Majority of them are desperate for jobs. The ones who are occupying big positions, they just have a page and they don't have time. And then the other ones who want to brag and show off, like, I'm successful, I'm larger than life. They just want you to give them positive comments and like and share their profile and make them like superstars of the corporate world. No sensible, no sensible company, no sensible HR is going to advertise a legit position on LinkedIn and get spammed with hundreds of thousands of people, which makes their life miserable. Do you know majority of them? How do they get jobs in UAE? Majority. This is a fact. The majority of them get jobs. The first easiest way. We all, whenever we want to achieve something, we go through the easiest route. We don't go through the hardest one. The easiest route is to ask people that, hey, listen, we have this job position coming up. Do you know anybody? So they ask them, do you have any references? Do you have any contacts? So because they are asking someone they know, they believe that at least will give me someone decent. And obviously they wouldn't recommend stranger. They wouldn't recommend a fool. The second thing what a company does is within its own organization, they ask themselves, can we place someone whom we don't have to give training? We don't have to teach them the culture, the tradition, the processes of the company. It will save us 6 months of training, 6 months of the person getting used to the culture, of trying to you know get them inculcated with all the to get them familiar with the processes. So if you get someone within the company, it saves everyone a lot of headache. So these are the 2 ways. And then if both of them are not there, they do not go to HR companies. They do not go to recruitment agencies. Why? Because they have to pay a 1 month salary or 2 month salary or 3 month salary, which is expensive. They will opt for the cheapest way possible. Just put a bloody ad in the newspaper and see how many responses you get. I told you, one HR of a multinational group of companies, he posted a vacancy for a very specific role, very specific. What did he say? He said, Loy, I got 800 CVs, 800 within day number 1. And out of the 800, he said, 20 or 30 were actually matching the job description. Rest, all of them were people who, like, for example, you're advertising for a CEO and a guy who is a cleaner, he'll apply for this job. He's advertising for an engineering position and a sales guy will send his CV. Why? Because they are hoping, oh, if there is one vacancy, there'll be other vacancies. So after getting 800 CVs, he came down to, hardly 20. And out of the 20, first is, they shortlist them. Then they have a call. Okay, they verify certain details. And then they might have a first round of, video interviews just to, figure out, is this the right candidate? And after that, only after that, figuring it out, okay, personality matches, what you stated in the CV is correct. Then they would call you for an interview. And from those 20, the guy told me, only 4 were called for the interview. And guess who got the job finally? None of them. Because they realized they were not a fit for the company. Maybe, I don't know what were the reasons. Either they must have asked a ridiculously high salary, or they claimed a lot of things in their CV and verbally, but when they were given the test, they were not a perfect fit for it, or they were just, like trying out their luck. They were overly positive and optimistic about what they could deliver. And in the end, what happened with that company? Actual vacancy. They ended up getting a freelancer, a kind of a contractor, whom they managed to personally get from someone from India who would do the job for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then after that they would decide whether the person was worth it or not. So in the end, they realized we are not going to give this ABC a visa. We don't know if he's a good fit or not. Let us give him a contract. Let him do the job. We will supervise him and check if he's a fit or not. And eventually, we don't have to offer him any benefits. We don't have to offer him a severance package. We don't have to give medicals, nothing. He'll just work as a freelance contractor. So this is how difficult it is for a employer to get the right person. For the employee, you will not believe, it's a bloody nightmare. And how I know this is because I personally work with these individuals. When somebody comes to me and says, I want you to create and craft a strategy for me. See, creating a resume is fine. We can make a resume. It's the easiest of the lot. Preparing you for an interview, once again, it doesn't take rocket science. It has to match the job description. It has to match your personality. It has to match the requirements. Okay. So that also can be prepared. That also can be thought. The hardest part is getting that opportunity. The hardest part is making your CV stand out. It's not if you put a pink color with neon yellow designs and graphics and all that, or bombastic words, or you get an AI generated resume that, wow, ooh, look at this CV, ooh, no. HR companies and decision makers, you can fool them once, you can fool them twice. They're going to get fooled. You and I can make out when someone uses OpenAI or ChatGPT to give us a response. You think they can't make out by looking at a CV that this is AI generated? It's too perfect. Which human being is perfect? No, no one. So then if they feel this can be slightly real, okay, agreed, all that fluff is there, they'll talk to them, interview. Now let's say you master the skills of the interview. You give such amazing answers that, the person is like, wow, you are God's gift to mankind. I must take you others. Elon Musk will, scout you from us. But then you have to deliver, right? And I can assure you this, there's not a single person who does not believe, oh, I can deliver. 100% sir, I will deliver. Why? Because they need to earn and feed their families. But I just gave you resume rebrand, interview, and the job. But you know what is the most important thing before all this? How do you even get noticed? Just imagine there are, like the example, like 800 CVs. You seriously think they're going to go through each and every CV? Okay, let me read this carefully. Let me read all 800. Do you have the patience to read 800 CVs? That's number one. Number two is, so first is the CV. The second part is, who gets selected for the interview? Is it the right person? Or did they skip out the right person? It all comes down to luck, man. That doesn't mean you just say, okay, I'll not do any effort. I'll just try with luck. No, you have to put your 100%. You have to be ready. And for those people who go cold calling, this is a slight bit that I want to share with you. I understand that you genuinely want a job. So what is the game plan? Majority of the people don't have one. What is their game plan? I'll go to Dubai. I will send, every day 500 emails. Okay. Then, like I talk to some of the people when I speak to them. So what is your strategy? So I will send emails daily, at least 30 or 50. I'll not spam them, but I'll send them 30 or 50 emails to 30 or 50 companies. Okay. Then I'll go, directly to the office. I'll knock at the door. I'll give the receptionist CV. Okay. Then Sir, I will, if there's a building, I'll go to each and every office, give them the CVs, and I'll hope for the decision maker to take it. Okay. Then, sir, in some places, like a site or something, I'll wait for the manager to come and then I'll hand it over to them. Okay. Then finally, they eventually say, sir, that's all I can do. There's nothing more I can do. Okay. You know what is a drawback to all this? The drawback is you send 30, let's say 30 companies, you send emails. Do you think you're the only one? Just imagine if there are only 100 people looking out for a job. So per day, the employer gets 100 emails per day. You think he's going to go through all that? Or a HR company, 100 emails. What are the chances you'll get noticed? Okay. Second one, you say that you'll go in a building and there are 5 offices here. You'll go all of them. You think you're the only one who went there. You think you're the only one who has an idea. I'll go to the office. In fact, do you think that the security will allow you to go through, take the elevator and start going from the topmost floor all the way down and give everyone your CV? You think people have not done that for years and years before? You think people don't do that every single day? You think the security will allow you? You think CCTV is not there in every floor on even the staircase? They will catch you. In fact, they'll ask you, where are you going? Who are you meeting? And then they'll call up the company and say, Mr. So-and-so, did you give an appointment to this guy? And if he says yes, the security will make sure that you personally go there only. You can't go there and then after you finish the interview, okay, let me try my luck with other places. Because if somebody complains, all the security see you're walking around, loafing around, trying your luck, they'll throw you out. They know what you're trying to do. You're not the only one who thought about this. And then you give a receptionist your CV. Let's assume that you are able to do this. You are able to go to Jablali Free Zone and give every company your CV. The receptionist who's sitting there, God bless her, she has to take the calls. She has to do the boss's work. She has to do the coordination. She has to do the, vendors and managing the, deliveries. And she has to do everything within the allotted time because she has to go home. Her driver will come at the right time, pick her up. So she has to finish work within those 8 hours. And there, lo and behold, you knock and you come in and say, ma'am, can you take my CV? So out of courtesy, she'll say, okay, fine, give me your CV. Okay, you'll say, ma'am, I'm looking for engineering, I'm looking for sales. Okay, fine, all right, we'll get back to you. What are you going to tell her? Can you make sure that you'll give it to the right person? She'll just say, see, I'm busy, please. Okay, I'll take your CV, we'll give it to the right person. Thank you very much. You leave, she'll keep that CV along with all the other CVs that came there. They'll be piled up there. Later on, what they do is this, I'm telling you from my own experience, I've seen with my own eyes, they'll remove the staple, they'll make these papers, cut it in the center, make it reusable because they don't believe in waste. They'll reuse these CVs. Or, if nothing else, they'll shred it and they'll throw it. Or they will use it as rough paper. So all that effort went to nothing. And for those of you who think that, oh, I'm going to stand there and wait until the decision maker comes, the security guard is there for what? He's being paid money for a reason. So when he sees you standing there, sorry, what are you doing here? You might be polite to him. You might give him a juice and a samosa and just, try to bribe him. Little do you know that there's a CCTV footage looking at him. The security manager is looking, what is he doing? So he's also under the camera, under the spotlight. He wants to help you. Maybe he likes your free samosa. Maybe he likes your company. But he is not going to do anything out of the way that will cost him his job. See, I'm giving you real life incidents that people actually do. And because I work with people, I know what is actually going on. It is not as glamorous and it is not as romantic as these influencers make it out to be. If it was that easy, just ChatGPT, OpenAI, make the CV, dress up amazing, and go give a flowery interview presentation, do you think I would exist? Nobody would need my service. I don't make money through YouTube. The money that I make through YouTube, I've told you. There's nothing to hide. $200 per month or $500. But literally my one gadget or one toy that I buy, or I just go out with the family and finish. That's it. You think YouTube is my bread and butter? No, it is these people who come down to me, whom I mentor, whom I coach, and we work together. And it's tough. It's very, very tough. Every success with the clients that I work with, every success is something that is so special, both to me and to them. For them, it is a saving grace. They can start their life, they can take care of their family, they begin their new journey. For me, it's not just the money, but the deep satisfaction that I get. Yes, I was not only able to achieve success, but able to touch a person's life. And if you love your work, you'll take a lot of pride in your work. And for me, that's happiness. But the amount of bullshit that these influencers and these YouTubers put out there, if only it was that easy. If only it was, I'll get 10 times the salary. I just go there. If you think, you can bullshit with others, and if it was that easy, we wouldn't exist. Yes, salaries are high. Yes, there are good positions. But just like you, there are so many other people who have families, who have children, who have loans to pay, who have problems, who have challenges. They're all coming to UAE. They're all coming to the Middle East to start a new life. So you'll not be competing with 5, 10, 100. You'll be competing with at least 100,000 people in a job market, maybe per day. 100,000. I'm not saying 100,000 people will be standing there for one job, but that is the number of people who are searching for jobs per day, maybe more. In fact, you'll never see the social media, because it's not allowed, where sometimes there are positions in Emirates Airlines or government departments, all that. The number of Africans, the number of Filipinos, the number of Sri Lankans, Bangladeshi, Pakistani, some nationalities have problem with the visa, like Bangladeshi and Pakistani have. But like 1,000, 2,000 people just standing with their CVs in the sweltering heat. And they can't show all this because, UAE controls the media. They want a positive image. They want to show UAE is the Las Vegas of the world. It's tough, man. It is tough. Like I said, this video is not to discourage you. Please, if you, I'm not saying don't watch other people's videos. You must watch. Take a different point of view. And I'm not discouraging you. You have to take care of your family. Whether the market is up, whether the market is down, you have to achieve success. You have to take care of yourself, your family, your career. Nobody is going to do that for you. Whether it's hard, whether it's easy, you have to succeed, you have to survive. I tell people, market is good, market is bad. It doesn't matter. What matters is you achieve your goal. There's no perfect time to apply for a job. Yeah, there are bad days. Like, for example, if the nation is in mourning or it's Ramadan, it proves to be hard. And yeah, especially when it's New Year and, religious festivals. But like I said, please be careful whom you take advice from. A lot of people will give a lot of story. Yeah, brother, bro, hey, no problem. Just send me a CV, man. I'll forward it. They'll do nothing. They only talk. Blah, 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 blah. Most of them don't even know whether they'll have a job or not have a job within the next week. Forget recommending you and giving you a job. Only if they run the company, they can do something. And if they run the company, they will definitely want the best, bargain in town. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree what I say? Not agree? I would really love to, hear your point of view. All right. Having said that, please feel free. Comment down below. Let me know whether you think I'm right, I'm wrong. And if you have any questions, love to answer. All right. You guys take care. It's me signing off. Yalla. Bye.